shoes I'm wearing first.
I thought you said nail polish, not nail colours.
Wow, follow that. By the way, it was a fair trade banana uniform as well I was wearing. As Larry said, now I can go gracefully grey. I can go back to my real roots. I won't have to keep dyeing my hair. And I was the last man standing this morning as well. It's a great county, Clare. It's a fantastic county. When you go to bed, it's still bright. And you get up in the morning, it's still bright. I'm obviously missing some bit in between. But I was told that I sang the old triangle in the one pub at 3 different tables, right? Which kind of starting to come back to me now a little bit at this stage. But genuinely, it has been a great honour. And thank you for mentioning my father and my mother, both shop stewards in the FWI, now SIP2, activists, and that's where my trade unionism comes from the heart and from the home. We are all comrades here. We've had a very good conference. We've had some differences of opinion, but ultimately, we're all part of the same movement. We're all struggling and fighting for a better and fairer Ireland and a fairer society for all our members and for the most vulnerable in Irish society. So I know that we leave here today stronger and better. I know that the trade union movement is the only civil society organisation capable of making Ireland a better and fairer society. And we all have a responsibility. We're standing on the shoulders of giants, James Connolly, Jim Larkin, Michael O'Lahan, and various other leaders. And we have a responsibility to make sure this movement remains the strongest civil society organisation in this country, and that we pass it on to future generations, and we continue to campaign and fight for justice in society. I'd also like to thank all the Congress staff, not only for the conference and the organisation of the conference, but for their diligence, for their professionalism over the last two years in working with me. It couldn't be easy. I was asked for speeches when I had them written on bits of paper in my pocket, asked for text when I hadn't got it, but they managed me very, very well. They looked after me very, very well. I didn't get into too much trouble, not that I can remember anyway, or certainly it hasn't come back to haunt me yet. And that's down to the professionalism of the team in the Irish Congress of Trade Unions. So thank you to all the staff of the Irish Congress of Trade Unions. And I'd like to also pay tribute to David Begg. I worked with David as president for most of my term. I found him to be a consummate professional. His analysis of the austerity policies from the very, very beginning, when it wasn't popular to say it, he was out there saying that austerity wouldn't work, why it wouldn't work. He was berated in the press. He was berated by the so-called pundits, but he kept at it. And to this day, he has been proved right, and we know he's right. So thank you, David. I know he's not here, but I would like to thank him with a round of applause. I've also worked with Patricia King for a short period of time as the new incoming General Secretary. I wish you, Patricia, every success. I know you'll do a fantastic job. You've been a formidable leader of the trade union movement in your own union, SIP2. You've always been a champion of workers' rights, particularly low-paid workers and the most vulnerable. You've always been there to fight the fights, be it on the picket line or at the negotiating table or on the media. So I wish you every success, Tricia, from one Wicklow man to a Wicklow woman. Fantastic. I'd also like to thank my own union, the president, my executive committee, the staff of my union, the officials, the support staff, everybody in my own union, the members, for giving me the space and time to act as president for the last 2 years. Because without someone else picking up the pieces, it wouldn't be possible to do that. So we have a good team. And just, Larry, it's Aileen, not Ailish, Alison, whatever you call it. It's Aileen Morrissey, whatever. But no, we have a very good team. I'd like to thank my own union for giving me that space to be able to act as president. So thank you very much. Two years ago in Belfast, we had a large number of objectives. I only had a couple of personal objectives in relation to the trade union movement, what I'd like to achieve in my 2 years as president. And I genuinely apologise for the things that I haven't achieved. It wasn't for the lack of trying. Absolutely did try. Tried my best. But it just wasn't possible in the time frame to achieve a lot of stuff. But we have made some great achievements. And I think sometimes we criticise ourselves too harshly. We're the biggest critics of ourselves sometimes. I think we need to trumpet our own successes. The success of the trade union movement in vocalising the damage that austerity policies are doing to communities in Belfast, in Bray, in Cork, in Wicklow, in Galway. We've been out there since the very, very start. We've been championing the most vulnerable in our society, and we will continue to do so. And I think we should congratulate ourselves and continue on that road.